only going to get 2 goals and it goes up, plays on it. Huh? You've been cracking up a bit. Right. Yeah.
Boring.
Should we tickle again? Should we try to take the Mickey again? Oh, dropped him on.
Get off, Nanny!
Don't, John.
Beautiful place, isn't it?
It is lovely.
Be quiet.
Hello, we are.
Yeah, I'd like to. I saw some of the shots. Yeah, get hopefully a postcard.
Oh, the beautiful one.
Can I see it?
Go ahead,
Good afternoon everybody and welcome to Bicton Woodland Railways. In the interests of safety we ask that you remain seated throughout the journey. Keep your heads and hands inside the carriage at all times. The trip will last us about 20 minutes or so. On the way round I'll tell you a little bit about Bicton. We'll probably encounter a little bit of noise from the track, particularly on a couple of the bends this morning. It's due to the track being very dry and very warm conditions. The right here is the original entrance to the gardens from Bicton House. And we believe it was built in the 1700s. But the house itself is about another quarter of a mile out from the gardens, and we'll see that in a minute or two.
George waving at the way back.
Yes, it's a big lake.
Yeah.
Watch out for the ducks. They might get run over.
Now we're coming alongside the Great Lake here, and this was hand done by French prisoners of war back in 1812. And the lake's got an area of around about 9.5 acres. That makes it one of the largest expanses of fresh water in East Devon, possibly the largest. Very good site these days for wildlife. We get several species of nesting wildfowl in here.
There's the park.
And there's Bicton House up on the slope there, and these days it's a college, but it was built around about 1750, and it replaced a Tudor mansion that had been there since the 5th. Back even further to round about the record of a Saxon church on the site.
There's the duck. We gotta watch out for the duck.
Oh yeah,
The ducks are trying to play us.
Oh, the rest of the
The ducks are about to get in the train bit.
Are they?
Yeah. So we gotta watch out. On the guy in the middle of the train.
Bicton is quite famous for its trees, and we've got about 1,100 here in the park. Roughly half of those are coniferous or cone-bearing trees. We're just entering the Pinetum now. This houses quite a lot of them. Just out to the left you'll see a very tall tree with a slight lean to it. That's the tallest tree we have in the park, and it's also the tallest of its kind in the world. It's a Grecian fir. When it was last measured it was 41 metres tall. That's about 135 feet. And it's just one of 25 champion trees that we've got here. Come from all around the world, and just run through about 3 of them down the track here on the right hand side. First one here is swamp cypress from South America, and that's actually a deciduous conifer. Goes a beautiful bronze colour in the autumn and sheds all of its needles. Of course we get that beautiful fresh growth every year. And as we come down the track again on the right here is the cedar of Lebanon from the Middle East. Standing right next to that is the Douglas fir from North America. We'll visit a few more countries on the way round.
I'll do all that later.
Out to the left hand side now you can see the Italian garden, and that was laid out back in 1735. It's a typical Italian garden. You have the terraces, stone statues, the symmetrical tree planting, and of course the lake, canals and the fountain at the bottom end here. All of the flower beds and borders would have been a mid to late Victorian addition, and the sunken avenue down in the dip here is just to frame the stone obelisk up on the right hand side. That was built there in 1743 purely and simply as a focal point. Now somewhere through those trees on the left is the Church of St Mary's. Now St Mary's was built in 1850 as a memorial to the late Lord John Roll, who had died back in 1842. Now it's mainly due to Lord John and his wife, the Lady Louisa. We've got the gardens as we see them today. You get that long view right the way through the gardens to the temple orangeries. Now all the buildings came about between 1800 and 1845, so at least 70 to 100 years after the Italian gardens were laid out. Now also in that period the Arboretum, Pinetum and American gardens were developed, and that was all the work of Lord and Lady Roll, and that's basically their legacy to us. We still plant trees today for the future generations. And it was added in 1910 to house the Wilson collection of conifers. Now they were brought back mainly from China and East Asia. And Ernest Wilson himself, a prolific plant hunter, during his lifetime he brought back somewhere in the region of 3,000 new plant species to this country.